8 investments you can start with 100,000 naira. Now, when we say you can start, that is just the beginning. There's one question you need to ask yourself. When I say one question you need to ask yourself, this 100,000 naira, is it just once? Maybe you just want to put it in the 100,000 naira and you do not look back. Maybe you just check your portfolio once in a while. Is that what you want to do? Or it is an intermittent 100,000 naira. When I say intermittent, whenever you have 100,000 naira, you just want to be putting it in that investment. That's another one. Then another one is regularly. Maybe frequently, every month I want to be putting in 100,000 naira. So whichever category you belong, however, you need different strategies if you know that you will be doing intermittently or you will be doing regularly. And only if you are doing once, don't expect so much return, because some people are looking for 100,000 naira that will suddenly become 1 million or that will become 2 million. Is it possible? Yes, but the matter is, what is the probability? The major thing I will only say that if you know that you want to put it once, then you need to work on your active income so that you can put in money regularly, because that's how you grow your money. That's how investment grows. But if you just put it once and eventually you don't do it, you'll just be collecting stipend as your interest or as dividend, which at the end may not really make sense to you, but it's still a good starting point. So let's go into it. What are these investments? 8, just like I said. Number 1 is FGN savings bond. FGN savings bond usually comes out every month, all things being equal. FGN savings bond usually maybe first Monday of every month, all things being equal. It is being issued by the debt management office on behalf of the federal government, and you will be paid 4 times in a year. Your interest will be paid 4 times in a year, every 3 months. And we usually have the 2 years and 3 years tenor. Currently is offering between 15 to 16%. That is FGN savings bond, and it's one of the safest. The first 3 is the safest investment we have in Nigeria. We usually call them risk-free investments, risk-free assets in financial management. So FGN savings bond. Number 2 is FGN bonds. Now, people do not know that there's a difference between FGN bonds and FGN savings bond. FGN bonds and FGN savings bond. There's a difference between the two, because FGN savings bond, just like I said, usually comes out once in a month, and eventually when you subscribe to it, you are paid 4 times in a year. For FGN bonds, you are paid twice in a year, and it usually has a longer tenure. When I say longer tenure, it's usually more than 3 years. It could be, we have 20 years bond, FGN bonds, we have 15 years, we have 10 years. So it's usually longer. And currently, it depends. I think the last one that came was the Sukuk FGN bonds. So understand this as well. So that is for FGN bonds. You are paid twice a year. Now, number 3 is Treasury bills. Treasury bills is also you lending your money to the government, and in return, the government pays you interest. That is for Treasury bills. And there are 4 major ways you can invest in Treasury bills. I'm going to make a separate video, dedicated video, like 2 or 3 on Treasury bills, because one thing about Treasury bills is for you to maximize return, you need to know how to invest in Treasury bills. I've seen an investment platform where they are offering people 12%, while another one in that video that I made, another platform as at then was offering 19%. One is offering its investors at 12%, another one at 19%. Can you see the difference? And some people just go and invest in the one of 12%, thinking they are even doing them a favor. So you need to be aware of the platform from which you are buying this, or you can even go to your bank, because your bank also offers Treasury bills. That's number 3. Number 4 is money market fund, what we know as MMF. I remember I made a video that these are the 3 safest investments that we have in Nigeria, and somebody said in the comment section that no, it is MMF. The reason why MMF is not so safe, unlike these 3, is because MMF invests in commercial paper. There's default risk when it comes to commercial paper, depending on the creditworthiness of the offerer. So once commercial paper comes in, it does not make it the safest investments in Nigeria. So MMF, you can start with as little as 10,000 naira. So that is for MMF. And one major advantage of this is that when you leave it over time, you allow it to do its magic. The magic is called compound interest effect. Then it can do wonders in years to come. Number 5 is mutual funds. So the question is not MMF also mutual funds? Every MMF, which is money market fund, is a type of mutual fund. We have different types of mutual funds. We have equity mutual funds, we have balanced mutual funds, we have specialized mutual funds, we have Sharia compliance mutual funds. So we have different types of mutual funds. We have fixed income mutual funds. So you need to understand the kind of mutual funds you are going into. So money market fund is only a subset of mutual funds and is the safest mutual funds. So that's why you usually categorize it separately, not to module it with mutual funds. Because some people, they hear mutual funds and the next thing they want to go and jump into it. So if you are looking for a safest mutual funds, then you go for MMF. But if you're now looking at, okay, you want to maximize return, you may be thinking of equity mutual funds, you may be thinking of specialized mutual funds. And with 5,000 to 10,000 naira, you can also invest in mutual funds. Then number 6 is ETFs. ETFs is simply exchange traded funds. When I say exchange traded funds, it can be traded like stocks because there are two major ways you can invest in the stock markets. Number 1 is you can decide to pick stocks by yourself, individual stocks by yourself, and you can choose to invest in a selected or basket of stocks. And in such case is what we have the mutual fund, equity mutual funds, and exchange traded funds. So with as little as 1,000 naira, you can even start investing in ETFs. Number 7 is what we call shares and stocks. You can start investing in shares and stocks with 100,000 naira, and we have so many fund managers, and we have videos on this channel already that talks about shares and stocks. Number 8, which is the final one. I'm sure you'll be surprised by the time I say it. You will be wondering, what does it mean? How can I invest in real estate with 100,000 naira? Yes, you can. It is called fractional real estate. You don't need all the money in this world to invest in real estate in this day and time. And that's why I said, please don't just make it once, make it either intermittently or regularly, where you put money in those funds. It is called fractional real estate. You buy a fraction of a property, and in return they give you rental income in form of dividend, depending on the platform you are using. And for instance, you can even go through shares and stocks, because there are stocks that we call REITs. We have 3 of them on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So you may say the only thing you want to go and do on the Nigerian Stock Exchange is to invest in real estate companies, which is number 1 SFS REIT, number 2 is what we call U-Home REIT, number 3 is what we call UPDC REITs. I hope you understand. And you may even decide now to go with the likes of apps like Kebu to invest in real estate. Kebu or RiseVest, they invest in fractional real estate. You see the list of property available there, and you subscribe to them, and in return they give you will even see the percentage that is being offered yearly. There are also licensed companies that offer fractional real estate, but make sure you do your own due diligence before you invest in any of them. And that's why I spoke about the REITs that are traded on the stock exchange. That's why I mentioned those ones. Those ones, they are licensed, and they are publicly traded companies. So that's another means of investing in real estate. I hope you understand. So those are the 8 investments you can start with 100,000 naira. If you have any comments, question or thoughts, drop it in the comment section below. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we release a new video. Till we meet in our next video, stay blessed.